So first we have to select our stuff. Right here. Okay, so next we have to mark our coasters at 3/4 inches each.
That you make sure that the log is completely up against the fence, ensure that it doesn't spin or anything. Next we're going to bring the saw down and check our cut, line it up with our mark.
Right there. Right there.
So we're keeping tightly against the fence, we pull the saw out, engage the blade. Yeah, I know, I did that wrong.
Leave it down so it's not spinning.
Cut it, dude. Now, say we're making 9 coasters. Turn up, go around, turn up. How do I turn up? Back on the ground, attach to it. That is. We're just backing it up. Okay, next we're gonna get rid of all these splinters by sanding down the edges, but only facing in like this, so that you round off the edges. Would have helped if Logan was doing it right. Okay, so this is what it looks like before you sand it. And this is what it looks like after you sand it. So you can see that the edges are a lot more smooth on this one.
Well, here, you gotta make sure you sand in a circular motion.
Circular motion.
Then when hitting the edges, Only knock off the loose bits.
Who the heck sanded this one? Alec?
Nope.
This is what you don't want to do. This is what Alec does.
You want to use a more fine grain of sandpaper so that in the end it still looks like a post?
If you use this, oftentimes you'll wear down the entire wood and it won't look like anything.
That's what we were doing.
Don't say that. Our video is so terrible.
Better than the other people.
Everyone smile when you don't.
I'm so happy sanding my pole.
Watch her like destroy this thing.
Look behind you. Look behind you.
Jack, easy.
And you can always set your sandpaper down on the table if it makes it easier.
Oh, you can.
Use this one in the video instead of that last one, okay? That last sandpaper, that was hard. Alright. So we're going to want to even them out for the drill. And then we're going to tape them together to make sure that they stay even in the drill.
These are the cabinets, the drawers right there.
It's not.
It goes in the right side top. What? Ending right side. We gotta do this like no, you're doing it. You gotta redo it. Yeah, that's what I said. You're redoing it twice.
Right there.
Alright, we can do it.
Okay, so right now we're drilling a hole for the head to go through our coasters. Use a 1/4" bit that you have to get from Mr. Sommerfeld. Be sure to ask, and you secure it with the clamp, and make sure everything's taped down so your coasters don't slip around. And set the depth gauge for halfway above the last coaster. Drill a hole and then pull back up.
Alright, so what we want to do now is sand the dowel to a point to ensure that it will fit through the holes easier.
Now we have to add all the coasters onto the dowel to make sure everything fits properly. As you can see here, it goes through fine. Go.
Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stain them to give them a nice, even finish. First things first, we've got to set out some newspaper to make sure prevent spills and all that good stuff. Next, what we need to do is we need to set out some long pieces of wood to set the coasters back on, because if we set these down back on the newspaper, then the ink will bleed onto the coasters and make a bad finish. So we're gonna come over here to the cabinet, grab some vegetable oil. We're going to use vegetable oil because it really brings out a nice color in the wood. So basically what we want to do is open it up, take it, and pour some vegetable oil onto these things. Next, we want to get a good circular motion going. What I'm using to do this is a cloth from here on the from here in the finish room. And we just want to keep doing the oil until we get oil all over the whole thing. All the sides, every part of the coasters.
You want to make sure to do 3 coats of oil.
And the dowel.
Yeah. So as you can see, the oil really does bring out a good finish in the wood. Here's before and here's after. Alright, so last step of the process is to glue it. So to do this, we have to take this and stick it in the hole of the base.
Yeah, you stick it in the hole of that base.
So we're going to get our glue right here.
Kind of glue.
Tight Bond original wood glue. Right.
Jesus Christ, dude. Clean the dang mess up now. Now, see this right here? All this glue around here? You don't want that.
Yeah, this is my bad. We gotta should have cleaned this up or we'll get
No roughhousing. I know what I don't want to know.
And there's something on the table.
I don't want to be.
So remember, any spills in the shop class have to be cleaned up or Sommerfeld will not be happy.
This is a perfect example of that.
Yeah, that really worked.
I'm gonna know.
Fantastic.
Gotta go get some water.
Okay, we're good.
So before you start to dry, you better make sure you hold it in place for a little while to make sure it gets stiff.
Where else is it? Spill it.